The mechanism of meditation. Many questions might be asked about this discipline, as: what is the meditation meaning? What is a deep calm? What are the advantages of this discipline? Answer 1. The meditative sense. The meditation is not a mysterious state, therefore, several times during the day, we immerse in a state of trance. The moment when we are absent resembles a state of contemplation, where we practically enter in our intimate world by evoking of various subjects. It is pertinently identical to the form of the state of absence among the meditators, because the latter, among their objectives is to enter and navigate in the inner universe by his own will and for a specific purpose. Definitely, it is an intermittent and superficial state of trance, but among the meditators, we decide the duration of the trance and the depth wanted. In term of meditative reflection implies that we meditate several times during the day. Answer 2. The deep calm. Obviously, following the practice we reach the deep calm, but what it's mean? Here is a definition. The representative value of physical relaxation and the deep calm have relatively dissimilar effects. To briefly define it, it is a slowing down the mental rhythm of certain thoughts, and it's not relevant to the physical rest. But the latter, positively influences by the state of calm. But, the question that arises, what do you mean by the rhythm of the thoughts? Theoretically speaking, the rhythmic state are invisibly recorded in our unconscious, which is influenced by several factors, among them, the rhythm of life, the day and night, even the interval between birth and death, the rhythm of work, etc. Can we even include the ambitions as schedules tending to achieve, likely to also fit into as potential framework to be programmed? However, all these actors, among the others, awaken inside us several rhythmic timings, by ordering the brain to gradually increase the pace who influence on the way of thinking and reacting. Obviously all depends on the person and the environment where he live. Note that the brain capable of living in several rhythms status. But, the normal or restless rhythm is far from the rhythm of deep calm. So to reach the depth of ourselves, it's necessary to slow down. Despite, it is not so easy to change a rhythmic habit in humans. For this, a long and slow practice is essential to slow down these rhythmic thoughts. To understand the process, let's take a look at the practice. The counting practice is a pronunciation by whispering or by seeing numbers in mind in form of images, starts from 100 to 1. The speed of the pronunciation relevant to slow rhythmic aspiration, so with each expiration or aspiration, we create the image of the number in the head. It is recommended to focus the eyes towards the point of your choice, such as a candle, or any point on the horizon, preferably at the same level, and not at the end of the eyes. Likewise, this does not prevent us from practicing with closed eyes sometimes. It is advised 20 or 30 minutes daily, of which is the usual duration. Of course, when we start the practice, after a while we receive an annoying feelings, coming from within, that prevent us from continuing the practice. And still the random state that the ordinary individual life adds further encumbrance on the practitioner. This is completely normal, because the brain never learned to slow down the usual pace and organize the thoughts in order. This is the reason why we receive uplifting signs and feelings that prevent us from continuing the practice. Also, this is among the essential reason that most stray from this discipline, except the individual with a good motive may continue. The one who is looking for a technique to discover the existing potentials inside his brain, or else, who he feel the powers hidden somewhere in his inner mind. In the end, to know the tangible mutation to achieve follows practice. The next topic may provide you the answer. Question 3. The benefits of practice. Let's note from the beginning that the state of deep calm is the only access point toward the desired mental mutation. Furthermore, to reach the rare power which still unknown for the human. Here are some ordinary potentials that the meditator can achieve. The calm allowed to live in serenity and happiness, incomparable with the comfort materialism. A huge change in the level of learning and memorizing. A mutation at the level of feelings and sensitivity that carries the secrets to open several dimensions, such as feeling the value of anything around, feeling the future, the past and people, etc. Reinforce the contact with the soul, once knows the exact context of communication. Beside, the power to enjoy and feel the present all times. Here are other benefits on psychic mastering. The power to observing our inner world, a state that leads to self-mastering by constantly controlling the signs of weakness as warning feelings comes from within. The autonomous care, this by freeing yourself, instead of being prisoner of a lot of negative thoughts and bad habits which are implemented in our mind. And even more benefits. To have the notion on the mental mechanism and the ideal way of manipulation the brain. To understand the steps of practice to reach the real stillness. To learn more about the concept of soul. To know the practice and manipulation of the eyes. To have a global knowledge on the psychic functioning by a more detailed study. To learn more about how to observe and completely mastered the disturbance who comes from within. And still other essential topics that the man needs to understand. Follow us in our book, The Inner Voice and Meditation. It's only a lateral study, in several angles, which adds the notion of today's human intelligence, to understand the limit and the power of our brain, also to know the exact path. To go far towards the extraordinary psychic mutation. Let's not that. Far away from the spiritual meditation, which the classic meditative philosophy mentioned. Let's take a look to this aspect from different angle, to clarify the mechanism mental, also to know the elements associated, in order to enable the communication with our inner world and to reach the real depth calm which is our goal after all.